Okay, guys. So we're just gonna do a little update. I'm 9 days in on my juicing. So 9 days in, no solid food. Brandon is eight. He's 1 day behind me, so he's 8 days in, and we just want to give an update on how it's going.
Yeah, 8 days in, feeling feeling really good. Um, Better than I would have thought I would have felt, with all the fasting we did before and just how weak and such I felt when I was fasting, even when I just went straight on fruits, and how kind of like lazy and tired I felt. But with the juice, I've just been feeling good every day. Would you say so yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. Way different than the regular fasting. The thing that got me, like, really, because you had mentioned a while back about, you doing, they call it juice fasting, but fasting is not intaking anything.
Mm-hmm.
But so the juicing, you had mentioned to me a while back about how the benefits of it, but I just sort of brushed it off because I just figured, it's not like everybody's got a juicer, and the way I was trying to heal was in ways where everybody had the opportunity to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, we've done so much unnatural things to our body that it takes unnatural procedures to heal it. You
Yes.
know, like this juicing, it's not even needed, but it's needed because we are unhealed. We are damaged so bad. Like that's why the fasting was actually very dangerous with having this serpent inside of us, the mucoid plaque, because you the fasting, yes, it does break down that mucoid plaque, but it doesn't excrete it to the to
Mm-hmm.
the to the degree that the fruit does, to the juice does. And and so what that's doing is you're re-intoxicating your body, and a lot of that is not leaving the body, so it's just staying sort of in your blood system, I would think. And whereas the juice, because see that those toxins and poisons and trash is just, it's all positively charged, and supposedly the fruit is negatively charged. So what happens when you put a positive to a negative, it sticks together. And and so that juice, it's like you're in a fasted state, right? Because you're so less of your energy now is focused on digesting, because you don't have pulp, you don't have density, you don't have all this crazy shit going on in your body. It's literally just liquid, it's straight up hydration. And so it's like your body's able to break down that mucoid plaque, as well as the juice is doing that as well. But the juice is pulling it out, though. Unlike fasting, it's not. And yeah, so
Yes, and that was the thing. So that's why, we would get lightheaded, we get headaches, we
mm-hmm.
get all these different symptoms when we would do our fasting, is because we were retoxifying, so our body was starting to break down those problems in our stomach. But like he said, we weren't able to expend it. It wasn't going anywhere. It was just retoxifying back to our bloodstream. And that, so going back, that's the thing that got me hooked. Was I had just, something got in my ear, and I had been exposed to the fact that like you just said, this is different. The way that we toxified ourselves our whole lives, you can probably get away with just doing a water fast, but I mean, you have to be in a perfect environment, away
Mm-hmm.
from everybody, away from everything, under certain conditions that are very almost impossible to do if you have to work every day, if you have family, if you have obligations to fulfill. So, what caught my ear was that a gentleman named John Rose, who had said, he was huge. I mean, he's been doing this for 50, 40 years, I think. And he said, yes, water fasting is great, but due to the environmental toxins that in our surroundings that we're bombarded with every day, the, you know, spraying of the skies, the chemicals in the food, the chemicals in our water, the chemicals everywhere. We're surrounded by chemicals now.
Everyday stressors in life.
Yeah. So it's completely different than 80 years ago. And he said that's why the juice is so good as opposed to the water fasting until you get this, like he said, the snake out of your belly, because until you get that snake out of your belly, you're going to have severe detox effects. And I've been feeling great. So on the juices, I feel great. No issues.
No headaches, no dizziness, no lightheadedness, no blackness in the vision, no feelings of weakness, yeah, if anything, I've had more energy, able to get up. As soon as I wake up, my eyes open, I'm able to get right up and get moving.
And we're just past our first weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm sleeping a lot better. I sleep like this is the best I've slept in a long time. I can't even remember. Like I seriously, I don't remember how long it's been since I slept like this. So I'm laying down, and within 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours, I'm up because my body is able to rest and get that, do that healing, and then my eyes will pop open, and I'm just like, okay, I'm up for the day.
What's interesting now, I'll move on to the whole poop thing. For the ones who think when they start getting hungry is because they're low on fuel or they've burnt through most of their food. The first 3 days, so we started that raw diet. I think you started like 6 months ago. I started probably 4 or 5 months ago. But the last 2 weeks of my raw diet, I was like, all right, I'm about to move into this juice cleanse. Let me enjoy, right? Let me enjoy a couple meals. Or let me enjoy a meal, which turned into having cooked meal probably 4 times of the week. And then, so my first 3 days into juice cleansing, the first 3 days I shit anywhere from 4 to 6 times each day, and which were both liquid and solid. And then the 4th day I didn't shit at all. At that night I felt like it was coming, it didn't. And then as soon as I woke up that morning on the 5th day, it was all solids and it came out. I even wrestled that day, and then after that I think I shit one more time that night. 6th day I shit 3 times. 7th day I shit 2 or 3 times, which was yesterday. And this morning, or today, I've only shit once, which was this morning, and they have all been solids. Solids coming out of my body. And, if juice liquid doesn't turn into a solid, there's no way it turns into that hard of a solid in my body, So that definitely shows that there's stuff just sitting in there that's been sitting in there for a while.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. 7 days just drinking juice with no pulp, straight juice, and still shitting solid. I mean, that means that your body has been on a 7-day backup your whole life. At least. I mean, because you're only 8 days, right? So 8 days, so that means your body's been on an 8-day hold on that shit for your whole life. And we're not even into it yet. I mean, this is just the 8-day update. And we're expecting 50 days from now to still have things coming out of us. So I shit, let's see, like you said, I did 6 months prior to this, raw fruits, vegetables, and then pistachios, pretty much. Probably 80% fruits. And then I went straight into the juicing. I shit the first 3 days solid. The next 2 days was, so what's been happening is you drink this juice and your stomach's going, it's making all these crazy fucking noises. And what we're picturing in our minds, what's happening is it's breaking up. It's like it's like a cesspool almost. Like imagine like a body of water that hasn't been disturbed, but that is disgusting, that has chemicals and everything in it. And you stir it up, you get a big stick and you stir it up and you get all this methane and all these air bubbles coming out. That's sort of what it's like. Um, so okay, so then I had the run sort of like, but again it was like when you step in those bodies of water, like where leaves go over top of like a pond, and when you step in, like your foot sinks that low and you can pick that mud up, and it's sort of like all slimy. That's what I shit my day 4 and 5 and 6, I think, and then I didn't shit 7, 8, 9, and 10. I haven't shit, but see, he's been active. He's been working just about every day. He wrestled one day. So he's more active than I am. In those 5 days, I've only done a bike ride and I've done one hike. So I haven't been that active. And I was telling him today, I was like, man, I gotta be more active because I want this stuff to be moving out of me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got me excited seeing what. I mean, it's a long time to look ahead, but 90 days in, but even just next week, next day.
Well, even like I was telling you today, for the past 3, 4 years at least, I've had a problem like pissing in a urinal, standing up and pissing, unless I had to go like pee really bad. Like if I had to piss really bad, I could just, stand up and immediately start my urine stream. But otherwise, I've had an extremely hard time. And I would imagine that is, an enlarged prostate is what I would imagine causes that. So, since day 7, since 3 days ago, I've been able to stand up and piss no matter what, no matter where I was in the piss process, how full my bladder was. I can just, if I want to go piss, I can go stand up and go piss. So, it's already working in that way for inflammation. And you said you've already dropped your pants are loose too. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And we're not doing. I mean, we're not doing this to lose weight whatsoever. Our goal.
I didn't even think about the weight loss point
Going
of it
into this,
and I just noticed, I wear the same pants all the time to work, and so my pants were just a lot looser, and I was like, oh shit, I am gonna be losing some weight getting on this. But yeah, with your whole prostate thing, that's what I mean. My body just feels at such ease. It feels so calm. It feels so relaxed.
Other than the gurgling,
Yeah.
and it does it. You can feel it in your whole digestive tract because your digestive tract. You got your stomach up here, and then it goes down like a snake, and then it comes up here. Your ascending colon comes around and descends on this side, and then it, of course, leads to your anus. But yeah, you can feel the bloop 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 all through your digestive tract. And you said that you've had, because he's been moving, you've been having gas, like farting and burping all
just
day.
like right now, I just burped. Yeah, unbelievable amount of gas. Like during my whole, because we moved off of cooked food and went to the raw diet, there wasn't much burping from gas, from like, I don't know, the cooked food gives you gas type deal. And so it wasn't really burping that I can remember on that raw diet, but man, been on the juices and so much farting, so much burping. But it just makes sense with all the movement that's going on inside. I can just feel it. I feel all the movement happening, and yeah, so a lot of bowel movements, a lot going on.
And again, I haven't been moving around like he has the past few days, so
which the moving around does help.
Oh, it definitely does, because when I went on a hike this afternoon, late in the afternoon, and while I was hiking, while I was moving around, I mean, I was farting, I was burping, like crazy. And I haven't been, here and there, but not too much. But when I do, Fart. Oh my god, it smells like it smells like it's unreal. It's disgusting. Like like I don't fart like that. Like I never have that smell come out of me. Usually my farts don't really stink, but because that mucoid plaque's being broken up, and again, I picture it like taking a stick in a standing body of water with chemicals in it, and all that methane and gases being released is that's how I picture it.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good way to
Mm.
imagine it.
So
Yeah,
sleeping better, waking up with more energy, waking up like
yeah,
before you used to get up and like just be groggy and tired. There's none of that. Like you get up and you're like, I lay in bed and I'm like, okay, I want to go back, and there's no going back to sleep. It's like, I'm awake, I'm ready, which is nice because there's things to do. I've been doing a lot of videos. I've been, thinking a lot, contemplating a lot. It's just nice. It's nice getting in that groove early in the morning and just, doing your thing instead of feeling pressed to, you know.
yeah. Even just like my skin feels super smooth, no grease. Being part Hispanic, I'm usually very greasy. Um, if that's even a thing, that could just be
Racist. That's just racist. Can you be racist against yourself?
But it's got me curious, because all right, yeah, we feel good this first week, but what's when these toxins really get moving and such, what are we gonna feel? Well, it's gonna fluctuate throughout this whole process, but we're so aware of that from all the experience with fasting and such before, and just what we've learned about everything, and there's no denying what we're doing now for ourselves. There's no denying, like I'm not going to deny what I'm doing because I just find it to be the truth and what needs to be done. I'm saying as when those detox symptoms really start kicking in, I'm not going to be like, oh, that probably means I need to eat a burger. I need to get my protein, I need to get my vitamins. I know it's just going to be detox symptoms from toxicity that's within that's making me feel that way. So, it's crazy because what got me making a video for myself tonight was I had food cravings. So I had no food cravings at all until last night, my 7th day in. I probably had like tiny food cravings, like, oh, I thought of something, before that, but nothing that made me crave, right? And so last night, I was craving pretty hard, but I just went to sleep, like he said, sleeping phenomenal, and had no food cravings today until I got home. I guess that's, need to find something to do, or whatever, but just sitting here, I started having food cravings again, and it started getting to the point when it was like, let me, justifying, let me just have, that one meal. I'm early into this juice cleanse. Let me just eat a meal and, it'll still
Start
be,
all over again.
yeah, it'll still be good timing, right? Good timing. It's crazy. Because it's like, hold on, just last week,